Hello, my name is Zoe. If you don't know, I'm the founder of Pickford Media and Wildflower Podcasts, among a plethora of other things. I totally love social media. I love algorithms. I love websites. I love all things digital content, particularly video. And that's why I think it is a good day to talk about TikTok and the possibility of it being banned. Now, this has come across the US court systems before. I believe it is now banned in India, but it's recently come up in Australian jurisdiction as well. Maybe not jurisdiction, but people in power in government departments are talking about it and talking about the potential security risk that comes from China in regards to TikTok. Now, I don't want to really speculate on what is going to happen. I definitely don't know enough about cybersecurity and governments, how they work together with other countries, and, the security threats. All of those things I do not claim to know about. What I do know about is being a content creator, and I know about creating things and promoting yourself cross-platform. So the thing I want to talk about, what we can learn from the potential of TikTok being banned. I also don't want to speculate whether or not that is or not going to happen, although I will for one moment. I don't think it will. Regardless, we have seen many platforms, particularly social media platforms and particularly short form video platforms, looking at you, Vine, rest in peace. But plenty of other platforms have eventually failed. Think about MySpace, all those things. People change, the demographics on each of these platforms changes. Facebook, for instance, has wildly changed from young college students to now the biggest demographic is that kind of baby boomer demographic. I believe 55 to 90 is the biggest growing demo on Facebook. So either platforms change or platforms disappear. So what we need to learn from this is growing cross-platform and making sure we're promoting ourselves cross-platform, because we don't own any of these platforms where our audiences may be. We don't own our audience on TikTok. Maybe we've built up a huge audience on TikTok, but we don't have access to them in any other way unless you're promoting yourself cross-platform. So from TikTok, you might be trying to direct your audience to you on your YouTube channel, to your website, your Instagram, to your email newsletter. That is a huge one because that is something that you actually do own. You have that list of people and a way to get in touch with them. You might be experimenting with things like a mobile text platform, so you have people's phone numbers. You might gather a different kind of information. I don't know your life. Maybe you send out an in real life paper newsletter and you have your audience's literal mail addresses. I actually think that's a pretty cool tactic in this very digital world we live in. But I digress. What we need to take away from this potential of TikTok being banned and going away is taking our audiences with us from the platforms that we've grown on. So if we have a huge Instagram following, we need to be converting those to something like our newsletter subscribers. We need to have access to them in case a platform disappears. And I think we are seeing that happen in real time. And I speak about this all the time, but it actually could be happening with TikTok. I hope that it doesn't, because I love TikTok. Personally, I love using it. But I think it's a really, really interesting tool in 2020 as well. So that's my little takeaway from what we can learn from what's going on with TikTok right now. If you have enjoyed this video, let me know. Give us a little thumbs up or one of the reactions. Leave me a comment. Speaking of going cross-platform, if you want to subscribe to the Pickford Media newsletter, please do that. I'll leave links for all the things. But most importantly, I'd love it if you just reached out and we can have a chat. I'm having tons and tons of Zoom meetings lately with people and just growing that real, authentic connection with people. I'm a little bit over this online world that we live in, particularly during this pandemic. So I'm trying to capitalize on that and how we have things like Zoom to cultivate those real connections. So if you're vibing with any of this and you want to connect with me, please do. And I'll see you next time.